My video for April the 15th, 2019 is video number 3056. The title is Another Night of Excruciating Pain. Both Thursday and Saturday nights were very painful for me. I think I was experiencing the passing of kidney stones, but of course I sought no medical help for verification. Each time I tried soaking in very hot water, providing some temporary relief. Last night, I even took an Excedrin PM, which I try to avoid as I do for all drugs, over the counter or not. Anyway, I was not able to fall asleep until after 6 a.m., waking up in less than 2 hours, which gave me time to go hear a friend speak at the mission. Even there, I still felt pain and drowsiness. Upon returning home, I went straight to bed, not even turning on the computer. I finally managed to get a little more sleep. Now, as I sit here, I prepare my next video. I haven't given it much thought, so I have no idea where I will go with this one. I'm merely providing the context. Where it goes will surprise me. Please bear with me. Thanks. Yes, I have read a couple of responses to my previous video, but I haven't looked at very much of anything else since I've come to the computer less than an hour ago now. And I feel somewhat better. There's still a tenderness in my lower left side of my back, down where I'm assuming it was a kidney stone. Last night was far worse. Last night being Saturday night was far worse than Thursday night. And I'm glad that I had the reprieve in the middle, because I was able to go out dancing on Friday night, and I was not suffering any discomfort at all. I'm tired, but that's about it. In any case, as I said in the blurb, I don't really know for sure where this video is going to go. One of my friends sent me a short video that I watched of a man reiterating once again how such a very, very small handful of people, I mean a very small handful of people, we're talking only hundreds at the most, and perhaps even smaller than hundreds, perhaps just scores of individuals, control over 50% of the world's monetary wealth. And of course, that is something that is essential. If humanity is going to survive, it's essential that these charlatans are stopped by whatever means possible, because I don't know that they're going to repent. I don't know, unless they start actually suffering some of the consequences of their immorality and lack of empathy for humanity. Unless that happens, I don't see positive changes on the board for humanity to fully awaken. There is an awakening happening. I'm convinced of that. Nevertheless, most people still sleep. And the lecture this morning, or the talk this morning, was about my friend's trip to Egypt. And she's actually from Lebanon. That's where she grew up. She lives in the United States now. I have friends from all over the world, as you may or may not realize. Those of you that are just listening for the first time, or near the beginning of the present time frame in my making of daily videos, you may not realize that I have had friends and connections all over the world, on every continent except Antarctica. I don't think I've ever met anybody that's from Antarctica, because people aren't from there. Some people go to there, but they don't come from there, because there's been no known habitation on that land mass, which to me is a continent at the bottom of the globe. Yeah, I said that just to piss off the flat earthers because they don't believe there is a globe. But anyway, I'm sorry to keep bringing that up, but it's such a touchy subject for me because I've lost so many friends that have bought into the flat earth stuff that, you know, I don't understand why the shape of the earth has anything to do with the fact other than the fact that we have been lied to about a lot of things throughout our lives, and we don't know what is real and what isn't real because so much of it is fake. The news we know is fake news. Even much of the alternative news is fake news, although the mainstream news tends to make us think that they are the true news, but they are just as much the fake news as the fake government and the fake monetary system and the fake legal system, the fake religious system. It's all filled with fraud and deception. All of it. Every aspect of human culture has been intermingled with fraudulent practices and is generally run by those who have a negative agenda for humanity. They see humanity as mere slaves. They do not see us as made in the image of some loving God. And I'm still wrestle with the idea that there is a loving God, although I haven't abandoned that idea. I still pray. I still talk to God, sometimes very humbly and sometimes very arrogantly, because I want God to either, as I've said, shit or get off the pot. It's just not acceptable to allow the world to keep going on and on and on without any discernible changes that would uplift humanity and level the playing field for the average human being living on Earth in the 21st century. We need real change that not to believe in. Believe is inadequate. We need to be able to experience the positiveness, the lovingness of creation. And I'm not going to say God because it's creation itself. We didn't make it. We may be participating in it, but we did not make it. We are not the first cause, we as human beings. There was a cause that was before us and will be after us, but we are only part of it. We are not it, if that makes any sense to you. I long, and I've talked about it over and over and over again, I long for humanity to be enriched and empowered and enabled to rise up out of our slavery, out of our ignorance, and get to a place where we can actually build a human society that works to uplift humanity in general. We don't need a rich class and a poor class. We don't need a middle class. It still exists, though it's shrinking. What we need is simply humanity to get on the same page and work together. But that cannot happen as long as a demonic element is allowed to continue to lie to us and become enriched by us and maintain their prison of mind control, which is again what government stands for. It means govern the mind. Ment is mind. And we've got to get beyond the mind control system if we're ever going to be free. Anyway, my nights of excruciating pain, I hope have come to an end. I hope whatever's been going on is being resolved within my body. And I pray that that's true. Thank you, folks, for listening, and namaste.